Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you are good, hope you are well. We are ranking beauty trends by toxicity, but more so we're discussing them. We're discussing some beauty trends, we're talking about them. Are they toxic, are they not? People have mixed reviews, mixed opinions. This is in fact alive. Obviously not right now, but at the time of recording it was alive. If you missed it, where were you? But it's okay. Here it is. The chat is always popping off. If you do want to get involved, then I'm going to be doing a live every month and I will give you a lot of notice. Check out my community board, check out my Instagram. I'll always give you a heads up of when I'm doing a live. And so if you want to join in next time, then please do. But we are going to get into the video. Are you ready? Beauty seems to be my most popular topic on my YouTube channel. Like, people have the most opinions on it. I, to be fair, have the most opinions on it too. And I've got a few beauty trends that I want to talk about, and then we're going to kind of rank them based on, you know, they're all right, not hurting anybody, or they're toxic and they got to go. Right, shall we get started? This is going to be fun. As you can see, there's just 4 rankings this time, keeping it simple. It's like at the bottom, ain't nothing wrong with that. That just means it ain't toxic, it's all right, you know? I engage, I indulge, and it's fine. Above that is not toxic, but not healthy. So what we're saying is like, it's kind of in neutral ground. Some might be into it, some might not. Next up is a little bit toxic. It is a little bit toxic. And then at the top, we have warning signs, toxic waste. As always, we think for ourselves over here on this channel. So we don't have to be in agreement. You know, if something comes up and you indulge and I say it's toxic, who am I at the end of the day? Cool, what should we start with? I'm gonna start with what I eat in a day. Let's put it like neutral grounds here. And what I mean by this is there is a growing trend, I think, on the whole like what I eat in a day content. Let me talk you through my thought process of putting it on this list. I think if you have a very, very healthy mindset, is fine. It's like, yeah, you know, giving me ideas, giving me options. Maybe a lot of people like to put their calorie or their macros in what I eat in a day, and it kind of just gives you ideas. However, let's think about it a little bit more. I think what I've been seeing, especially on, I'd say TikTok, is a lot of what I eat in a day content that is gearing on, this is not healthy. And what I mean by that is I see a lot of people who are like 1,000 calorie what I eat in a day, and it's basically nothing. And I'm thinking, I'm personally not gonna take this as gospel, but I know a lot of people who would. And that is why I think it can veer on a little bit unhealthy. Preventative botox, let's go here. So a lot of young people, even under the age of 30, are getting botox to prevent the lines from forming that will form as you age. You know, the lines that will start forming when you frown, all that kind of stuff. I know botox is basically, you know, stopping your muscles from doing blah, 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 blah. Anyways, y'all know what it is. So what we saying, Because I've seen, I don't know, let me know if you agree, but I've seen a rise in this kind of content. So what does that mean? Are there more people getting it? Or are we just like, are there more people documenting it? I don't know. I personally don't want to get any cosmetic procedures, surgical, non-surgical, because I know myself and I know that it's, for me personally, is a slippery slope. And I know that there's a whole lot of like questions I'm gonna have to answer about what it means for me if I was to step into that realm and get some cosmetic procedures. However, I understand it, but some people, 1, it might not be that deep. 2, the insecurities might be really deep and this is the best solution for them. That's it, those 2. And so I'm always on the fence about these kind of things. Right now, right, I'm gonna put it up here. And I'm not talking about Botox in and of itself, I'm talking about preventative Botox. Next up, let's talk surgery vlogs. Okay, let's get into a bit. I've seen a rise in people vlogging their surgery, vlogging their BBLs, their lipos, etc., putting it on YouTube, on TikTok, etc. And what do we think about it? On one hand, is it good? Because it brings awareness and people who are in the process of making the decision can actually see it live and direct and make the decision for themselves based on the vlog. Or Is it just promoting something that maybe people don't need or didn't think about before, but now your fave has gone to Turkey to get a BBL, and now you're like, oh, maybe I can get a BBL. Whenever I've watched a surgery vlog, I'm thinking, ain't no way. I actually like that they've posted it because I'm like, this looks awful. Like, it looks awful in my opinion. Just the surgical nature of it all. But I'm aware that for a lot of people it actually might be quite helpful information. So what are we saying? What are we saying? I'm making an executive decision here. Take no offense, please. You can disagree. I'm putting it up here. I am. Because I think what it does is actually, I think it normalizes it. In your opinion, maybe different. And that's fine. But in my opinion, I don't think it should be normalized. Sunscreen contouring. Let me tell you what this is. This is people putting sunscreen in the areas where they normally highlight, right? Only, nowhere else on their face. And then they go sit in the sun and tan. And what happens is the areas without the sunscreen, aka the areas that they normally contour, get darker, and the areas, you know, where they put the sunscreen are lighter. I learned about it the other week when I was researching for this video. What do you think about it? All the articles I've seen are just like, this is not good, because sunscreen is there to serve a purpose, which is to protect your skin from the sun. And when we tan, I didn't actually know this, but when you tan, it's skin damage. Like, it's actually skin damage. And so you're basically purposely damaging your skin in order to get the contoured look. Now, am I gonna put it at the top? I don't know if it's that deep. I don't know if it's that deep. It's weird, yeah, agreed. I don't know, it's weird. It's very weird. But is it like at the top toxic? But I feel like I should be promoting skin health, so maybe it should be. But I think for most people, we're just like, what the heck? I think it's a little toxic. I'm not gonna put it all the way to the top, I'm not gonna lie, because I can't put it up there with the surgery vlogs. But I'm gonna put it, where is it gone? It's here. I'm gonna put it up here. Let me know if you disagree. Anyways, let's move on to waist trainers. We know what waist trainers are, don't we? They are corsets or tight things that you put around your chest, your waist. Question, first of all, is do they work? I actually don't know. I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard that actually they don't do nothing. They just, maybe they help you with your posture, or I don't know, when you're lifting weights and stuff, but apparently they don't actually do anything for your waist. But then I've also heard that they do work, but they work because they rearrange your organs. And so, I mean, surely we don't want that. But then I've seen like historic videos of the Victoria Mandem wearing corsets and their waist is looking mad tiny. So I don't know. What's the science behind it? What am I thinking? I think it's a little toxic, I can't lie. Or is it, oh wait, hold on. Or should it stay where it is? Not toxic, but not healthy. No, it is, it's toxic. I think it might be very toxic. Oh, I'm stuck between these two. Nah, I'm gonna leave there. Little toxic, little toxic. But do you know what it is? It's toxic based on, because is it different from shapewear? Yes, it is actually. Let me not even go there. It's very different from shapewear. What's next? What should we go for next? Oh, this one's a light one. Mewing. Let me get the proper definition of mewing, because I know what it is, but do I know exactly how to explain it? Okay, mewing is a technique in which the tongue is placed on the roof of the mouth. It's purported to make the jaw more square, improve sleep, reduce mouth breathing. Okay. Oh, okay, so it's more medical. The ones I've seen on TikTok are like to like chisel your face, basically. When I first heard about it, I was like, maybe I should try this. If I could look, you know, if I can. Wait, can you skip? Wait, let me mew and see if it works. Okay, this is me regular, and then I'm about to mew. Did anything happen? Please, did anything happen? Probably not. Again, everything can be toxic if you dig into like why do you want to change your face shape? Why do you feel like you need to? A lot of men do mewing, and it's because it's like supposed to give you more sharp masculine features. Again, who told you as a man you have to show a strong jaw? Like, what's that going to contribute to society? Personally, I'm leaning on ain't nothing wrong with it. Speaking of the chiseled face, let's move on. All right, buccal fat removal is when you remove the buccal fat. And the buccal fat is this, right? Inside here. Let me read the actual definition. It reshapes the face by removing all or some of the buccal fat pad in the lower cheek. So I think this is here, isn't it? Like right here. And it leaves no scars, blah, 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 blah. And I'm gonna say, top of my head, first thought that comes to head, warning, toxic. Because what? What are you doing? Like, what? And also, I've heard that long term ain't gonna look. Fat is what keeps you looking youthful, and if you remove it, yeah, you might look like this, but that's kind of a trend. And then eventually, as you get older and your face naturally starts to sag, you might look a bit gaunt. And I think it's a permanent. I'm pretty sure it's a permanent thing. Like, I don't think the fat grows back. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I don't think it's a good idea. Where did I put it? I'm gonna put it warning toxic, because what? I think it's just a bit silly. All right, let's go into some DIY thing. Let's do DIY derma planning. If y'all don't know what it is, it removes the uppermost layer of your skin and it like reduces the appearance of acne and scars and imperfections. It's basically like revealing the newer layer of skin. It's basically speeding up that process, I believe. I don't think derma planning is bad, but when you add DIY in front of it, I worry that it's bad. When you go out to do it, I'm assuming you go to like a licensed somebody, yeah, a licensed professional. So why are you doing it yourself? Everything can be DIY'd, but when you DIY, there's a risk. It's like, even if you do your own nails, you run a risk of, I don't know, getting an infection if you don't do X, Y, Z properly, if you don't set your gel properly, all that kind of stuff. So how much more important is it if you are shaving, essentially, your face? If you're taking a razor and put it on your face, how much more risk are you running? Right, next up on the list, let's go with slugging. Slugging is basically moisturizing and then some. So you put like thick layer of ointment. I think a lot of people use Vaseline, and I think it's supposed to increase like water retention, stop the moisture from leaving your face. I think people do it before they sleep. That's the vibe. And it's called slugging. I don't like that name because it sounds like a slug, but I think that's the whole point, because it is slugging. Yeah. It's giving what's her name? What's that girl's name? Elsa Majimba, with her 10 layers of moisturizer. The professionals that I read up on are saying that slugging is basically it's not good if you have acne prone skin, which kind of sounds obvious, but if you have dry skin, apparently it can be good. That's settled then. We're putting it here. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Great. On that topic, let's go with glass skin, okay? Because glass skin is this term, I guess, that's used to describe when the skin is just so soft and glowy that it's like almost reflective like glass. And I think it stems from like Korean skincare. In and of itself, I guess glass skin is not toxic. Like, how can it's just skin? But my question is just the idea of trying to reach this glass skin look. Am I overthinking it? Is it just toxic because really and truly skin has texture? Everybody's skin has texture. It's supposed to have texture. Like, get over it. Glass skin, I'm gonna put it up here. A little toxic. Alrighty, we're on the last one. DIY microneedling. Let me tell you what microneedling is if you don't already know. It's a minimally invasive procedure for your skin. Your healthcare provider, keywords there, uses thin needles to make tiny holes in the top layer of your skin. The damage helps stimulate your skin's healing process, so it produces more collagen and elastin. So basically, you're not cutting the skin, but you're forcing the skin to like heal, and the healing process produces more collagen and elastin. Pretty straightforward. However, I said DIY. I put it in there because I've seen it on TikTok. I've seen someone like, okay, step 1, you apply the numbing cream. Step 2, they were just doing this. There was no noise. I don't know why I did that, but they were just doing this, and people in the comments are like, oh my gosh, like, question, is it supposed to hurt? Question, I did it and it did this, and I'm like, oh no. I just think there's some things that you should invest in, and if you can't invest, don't do it. I think the damage that could be done is a lot worse than what your skin currently looks like, really and truly. It goes up here. All right, shall we review? Let me know if you strongly disagree, or even a little bit disagree with anything in this list. I feel like the only one that people might be like, I'm not sure if it's in the right place, is the surgery vlogs, because some people are like, actually it's awareness, it's an awareness thing, and some people are like, no, it's not. I will make the final call, but if there's any that you think need to be moved, let me know. Speak now or forever hold your peace. If you want to sort of rearrange or reshuffle what I end up doing in this video, then I'm going to leave a link to the ranking tier system down below in the description. Feel free to create your own ranking system, and then do please send it to me because I would love to know your thoughts on how you rank everything.